this research is about how kids affect their parents. So mostly you hear about how the parents are affecting the kids and how they're affecting their grown-ups and what they do. But this research is trying to looking at how kids affect their parents in corporate settings. So what we did is that we're looking at all the major corporations in the US. We're trying to see which CEO have daughters and which CEO don't have daughters. And what we find that having a daughter affect CEO's preference for social responsibilities. So the CSR measure we have is constructed by a company called KLD. So it covers 6 different aspects. So the major aspect, I think that's influenced by the gender of CEO child is diversity measure. So how many minorities are in the workforce, are in the top management. And the other measure is the employee relationships. So how much company care about the work-life balance and how much they care about, say, the paternity leave programs in the firms and so on. And so how much resource effort company put in. And there's also other measures about, say, the productivity, the environment, human rights, and other aspects. But the major impact mainly on the diversity parts and also on the work-life balance, the employment relationship parts. If we have a company run by a CEO with a daughter, the average social responsible score is about 12% higher than a company run by a CEO without daughters. So this is quite striking for us. Okay, we can argue this is big or small, but 12% is like, we think it's a pretty big magnitude. So if you look at it in dollar terms, so a company with a CEO having a daughter, on average spending about $60 million more on socially responsible related expenses. And we find this results not apply to having a son. So basically having a son does not affecting the social responsibleness of our corporations. So the other factor does not affecting the social responsibleness is the size of the family. So you have a lots of many children, that does not affect the results. So the only thing that have major impact is the female, it's the daughter that matters. And the last part of the finding is that we find when a company changes CEOs, so when we change from a CEO with no daughter to a CEO with daughter, the company behave more socially responsible afterwards, and vice versa. We also find that when a socially responsible firms, when they choose the new CEO, they're also more likely to choose the CEO with daughter. And for business school, for example, for our students, so when they go on the job market trying to find jobs, so maybe they want to go with a company run by a CEO with a daughter. Sometimes you hear the straight rumor saying that you want to find a boss, with that boss having a daughter, your life may be easier. So that may be some implications for our students, especially female students. They may want to find a CEO who are more sympathetic to females and able to see things from a female perspective more. The other element is that, so for nowadays we're talking about green companies. So many companies are aspire to do more socially responsible things. So oftentimes you need to put the right personnel in the decision-making positions in order to make it happen. So if I'm a company, I want to do more on social responsible stuff, and maybe controlling for everything else. If you have 2 candidates with similar qualifications, maybe we want to go with a CEO who has a daughter in his family. So that's another potential implication, the selection of CEOs.